Hello, my name's Buster Birch, and I'll just take a few minutes to make this quick video just to explain a little bit about the audio tracks that come with my beginner jazz soloing series of books. I noticed from the comments below and some of the reviews there's a little bit of confusion about whether the the books come with the audio, and also about what's on them, whether they're real instruments or not, and some of that information is not correct. So I just wanted to clarify a few things with this quick video. So first of all, I'm very pleased to say that I have actually got 4 books in the series now. There's one book which covers saxophone, including tenor, and alto, and clarinet. So that's all in the same book. And with that book, you get 3 versions of every audio track. So that's the one that's got a lot of audio track downloads. This one is the Trumpet Book, and that comes with its own set of audio tracks that are separate for this book. And then we've got the Flute Book now as well. Again, a complete set of audio tracks for this book that are separate, and a Violin edition as well with audio tracks that go with that book. So it's not one set of audio tracks that go with all the books. So first of all, I'd like to say that the books absolutely do come with the audio tracks, and they're completely free, and they're very easy to get. In the book, there's a link which you can follow. All you have to do is go to the publisher's website and put your email address in there, sign up there, and they will email you a link which you can then download all the audio tracks. They're MP3 files, which means that you can play them on any device. So it doesn't matter whether you're using a Mac or a PC, whether you're using your phone or an iPad, you can use those audio tracks. They're universal MP3 tracks. One comment mentioned about CDs. Unfortunately, it's not viable to make CDs anymore. The process of producing them would be too expensive, and everything's done on downloads now with these books. This is the new publications. Some of the old books that you might see on Amazon that are old stock might come with some CDs that are part of old stock. But the main reason for this, for the downloads, is and this completely blew my mind when I realised this, or realised the full implications of this. All these books that you get now are they're made to order, one at a time. So when you purchase the book, Amazon print the book from scratch overnight, immediately as soon as you press that button. So there is no stock. We don't have a stock of these books where we're then sending them out all over the world. So obviously, if you live in California, I don't have to send you a book from here in London, which of course has many advantages. First of all, you can get it a lot quicker. Secondly, it means we're not carrying a lot of stock, and it's a lot better for the environment, not doing all that travelling and not having those CDs all going in a landfill as well. So all in all, we think it's a much better system. It's a standard model now. It's how Amazon make all their new books. So it means that the books come locally from your local Amazon store, and they're printed and made there and come from there. So that's why we use downloads as opposed to physical CDs nowadays. So a little bit about what's in the books. So every book comes with its own set of downloads. Now, as I said, if you want to know what's in the books, I have made a much longer video about that, so check out the other video. I go through everything that's included in the books, every chapter in there. But essentially, I wanted to make something that would work as a standalone book, but also that maybe you could get together with your friends, and specifically also for class teaching, because that's what I do a lot. I run a lot of workshops. So I just wanted something that would work across the group. So what I've done is it's a fairly universal system for the first half of the book. So the first half of the book is my 6-step process to improvising. There's a lot of ear training in that. So what we use are piano tracks and generic play-along tracks, which, when I say generic, they're across all the books. So that's the files that are similar to all the books. They're the play-along backing tracks. So I'll play you some now. I've got some loaded up on my iPad. So we start off with just playing by ear and just using call and response. And so for that, I just use the piano sound, because that's what I do in my workshops, and I find that works absolutely fine. It doesn't need to be the individual instruments. It can just be a sound source that you're using to copy, because what we're really focusing on here is pitch. So this is the first, this is audio from the first chapter in the book, which you can hear now, which you can play, yes. And so what we're getting there is the call and response exercise. Okay, so that's the chapter 1, and we get a lot more of those. We get scale patterns, and we get lots of exercises that we work on there. Then, of course, what you also have is a lot of play-along tracks in different styles. So more traditional. So later in the book, chapter 7, we get some different styles for you to practice your improvising along with. So this is one version of that. So the idea is you get a rhythm section to play over. So that's the kind of styles. And then finally, of course, and then there's the compositions as well, which you also have the backing tracks with the instruments on as well. Now, there is one chapter in the book which is completely unique to every book, and that's the chapter where I'm talking about articulation. And that's very important for the different instruments. Obviously, there's going to be different techniques, different sounds and different styles. And that's where we use real instruments for the audio tracks. So I'm going to play you some examples now. So this is where we're dealing with things like playing staccato, legato, accenting things, slurring and tonguing. So there's a lot of that work to get an authentic jazz sound. And this is where we've used real instruments so that you can hear the proper articulations. So here, this is from the saxophone book, and this is the tenor sax. As you can hear, that's a real tenor saxophone. And we've got, and in the same book, you get all the clarinet files as well. So this is the one of the clarinet tracks, demonstrating the articulations for you. Should be able to hear that. This is trumpet now. We've gone on to the trumpet. So this is a real trumpet here, demonstrating the articulation and phrasing. We've got flute for the flute book, obviously. This is the flute track now. And these are where you just get a little exercise to play, and so you can listen to get the phrasing. And finally, the violin. So this is the violin track, one of the tracks from the violin book. So hopefully that clears up a few misconceptions and a bit of confusion there about these audio tracks. They're absolutely free. They're included whether or not you get the print edition or the Kindle version that comes with those. You just have to go to the publisher's website, and they will send you those tracks as a link where you can download all the MP3 tracks. They're different for all the books. There's some where we just use piano because that's all we need for our ear training, and then there's some tracks where we use the real instruments in the book. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that clarified a few things for you. Please don't hesitate to get in touch if you've got any questions. I'm very happy to answer questions about the books. Thanks very much. Thanks for your time. Goodbye.